doing tonight? All right. I am Brian Paul, spoken word artist, and I'd like to share a few poems with you all. I hope you enjoy it. It's been a while since I've been out on the scene doing this, so if you don't like it, kill yourself. All right. Y'all hear me okay without the mic?
Yeah.
Y'all hear me over here? Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. I need
Bring that over here, sir. That goes to me. You said it right there. That's right.
Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all know me. And the ones that know me, all want to know me. But before, I was just a little dude that wrote poetry they didn't believe. And that this belief only became fuel to my fire. I told them I would make it. They told me I was a liar. So I vowed before the day I expire, I would raise up an empire to shake the entire world, dropping pearls of wisdom for young boys and girls, but their only wish was that I would fail. They didn't believe. And some call them haters, but ultimately I have to thank them because to motivate me is the only reason God would create them. So like lunch, I ate them. Had a vowel movement on paper, and at dinner I was declared the winner. And they keep hating, so I ain't getting no thinner. I just keep going and going and going. Like spinners, holding up my dreams like suspenders while keeping them haters on low notes like they tenors. They didn't believe, not understanding that poetry is what I breathe and success is what I bleed. I just grabbed my dreams and took off with speed, making stops to only speak to God from my knees. See, I stopped chatting with them clowns long ago and began to realize that I was stronger, so I focused my attention on the road and can't get caught up on who's going too slow. You know, the ones back there gossiping, crossing their fingers, holding their breath, can't go forward, too busy watching my steps, praying for my demise, while only giving their dreams 10%, like paying tithe, steady telling lies, always giving off negative vibes, hoping that I subside instead of nurturing their own lives. They didn't believe in them, so why should I expect them to believe in me? Come on. But now they see that if they can't understand themselves and there's no way that they can get me, so I just encourage them. Just keep on hating because you're only inflating my drive and I won't subside. See, success I live is success I'll die. So please excuse me as I get me, and pardon me if I step on your feet, but allow me to inform you just who I be. You are now looking at the future of spoken word poetry. Thank you. That's my little introduction piece for tonight. I hope you liked it. Feel free, I need energy, so feel free to scream, yell, clap. I don't want to see nobody snap. If I see you snap, I'm going to snap your fingers off, okay? All right, so this poem right here, you know, I'll be the bad relationship guy tonight, I guess. We talk about pain with no scars. I definitely caused some pain. I left some scars and in the process of removing those scars, so there are no more scars. But these next two particular poems are part of my story along the way. So hope you enjoy this piece. I have not done it in years. Hey, if I mess up, help me God. It's called How Good Is Sex? How good is sex? Oh, really? How good is sex? It's a question so complex that not even the best can answer it without being perplexed. So really, how good is sex?
Depends.
Ladies.
Depends. So good.
Is it worth being heartbroken from having your legs open without truly even knowing the guy that's poking? Fellas, is it worth your check coming up short due to deductions from child support? Exactly how good is sex? This is a question we must ask ourselves. The answer we must grasp ourselves individually, because what's good for me might not be good for you, and what's good to feel might not be good to do. So ask yourself, how good is sex to you? Is it worth going out to your car to find 4 slashed tires and the word liar keyed into your drink? See, there's a thin line between love and hate, and love escapes when one heart breaks and one heart skates when they promise they will stay in, windows breaking, clothes go up in flame, you can't see your kids, the locks get changed. I mean, if having you a swing is all that, do your thing, but when the headaches come, just don't complain. Just think about how good that sex was. Think about what good sex does. Have you caught up on the feeling, thinking you're in love, and actually you indulge with someone who's going to have you engulfed in stress? So how good is sex? They say without a rubber, it feels the best. But is it worth contracting HIV and being laid to rest? It's so good. She tells her best friend about him as soon as she can. Now she's a fan. She's keeping with her best friends, man. I guess it's better than friendship, yet worse than hate. How good is sex? Get a quickie, go into work late. I guess it's better than money, but what's funny yet real? The sex is so good, she got the dude paying her bills. And he laying there still when a man comes to chill. He got the goods, but are the goods good enough to be killed? Good enough to risk your marriage for a moment of thrill? Good enough to get a sample and now her man you still? Yet still we find ourselves locked up in infatuation. Put me in the public schools, because this is true sex education. This is true elevation. I'm taking you high. It's time to take control of what lies between your thighs. See, in between that time that you putting it down, life still goes on while you're making them sounds. Somebody you know may just be affected. And some lonely woman or man may just be neglected. So the next time you feel like you want to get naked, make sure everyone connected is truly protected. Because the last time you hear someone getting hurt, or someone getting burnt, or someone getting worse, or someone giving birth without a daddy in sight, because just one night can destroy someone's life. And it may not be you, or the one that you do. But if anybody gets hurt, truth is, we all lose. So next time you're about to get it, one thing must be addressed. Take a moment and ask yourself exactly how good sex is. If I were born into this earth as a hurt, I'd hire me a personal trainer from day one to get ready for the pain that's going to occur if I were a girl. I wouldn't be playing with Barbie dolls at age 5. I'd be too busy dressing up my own self-esteem for guys who would try to take my pride. My eyes would always be watching. Only because I know what some men are capable of plotting. See, we're rotten and the apple don't fall far from the tree. So in life's mirror, I'm not sure if that's my daddy or me. So if I were a girl, I'd beg daddy to stay. While at the same time begging mommy not to push him away further. Because believe it or not, sometimes it's hard being a man, but if I were a girl, I think I would understand. See, I wouldn't be arguing about left up toilet seats. I'd be more concerned with keeping a man that won't crap on me. And then flush. Because too many times we become victims to our lust, and what was supposed to be a quick stunt ends up being a stick up because she keeps it sticked up. But if I were a girl, I wouldn't be getting that mixed up. I'm just saying. There's no sense in playing or sugarcoating the facts. We cheat, retreat, and return, and you take us right back, excusing our lies, even though you heard it all before. And although you're losing every round, you keep tallying up the score, torn, not knowing whether to go or stay because we can't get it together. We make vows of eternal love and decide that nothing lasts forever, except maybe that pain, and that's when you find yourself once again at 4 a.m. sitting up on your couch, been over 6 hours since he left to go out, and he ain't called, but he'll have another excuse when he get home. Probably some joke about he lost his phone or it went dead and he was probably in some other woman's bed. Oh, how convenient. Right. If I were a girl, I wouldn't believe it. Hell, I'd be sleeping too tired from packing his stuff and placing it on the front porch. That way he wouldn't even have to come through my front door. See, if I were a girl, I wouldn't waste my time sitting up crying. I wouldn't be checking his credit card statements to see what he's buying. I wouldn't snoop into his Facebook account. If I couldn't trust him on MySpace, I would trust him in my place. He wouldn't hang up the phone in my place. I just wouldn't fall in love and set myself up to fall in pain because if I were a girl, it would all be in vain. Worthless. And fellas, while I know that no girl is perfect, tell me what's the purpose in leaving the good ones hurt. See, if I were a girl, I would have left me a long time ago. Curtis. Thank you.